Hi, everybody. It's Linda coming to you from Northern California. It's 1:09 p.m. on January 7th, and we got some things to talk about. I gotta just first mention, are you guys having anything? It's freezing cold, by the way, but it's not as cold as some of you guys in the Midwest. And by the way, the winds are really blowing up in Southern California, and there's a fire there right now. I'm talking 70-mile-an-hour gusts. So prayers for Southern California. Prayers for anyone whose power is out and they're freezing. But can I just mention something real quick? I just want to tell you, is anybody having problems like with their electric? We don't have a storm here. It's cold, but just all of a sudden, my sound will go on and off on my TV. And I have one of those sound bars, and I finally just disconnected it because it would go from the TV sound to the sound bar sound back and forth. I stopped everything. I reset everything. Finally, I just stopped the sound bar and I actually ordered another sound bar because I'm tired of it. So right now I can get the TV sound going. And then my DVD players are all messed up. I left to go to the store today, and I've been watching the Civil War with Ken Burns because I'd rather not watch anything on any news station. And I left, and when I came back, absolutely no power to the TV or the DVD or anything. I plugged and unplugged, nothing, zero. I thought, how did the power go out in the bedroom? I checked that, in the switches, turned them off and on, and then out of the blue it turned on. This is just something weird I've never experienced, on and off. So the power finally came back up, and my DVD player finally started playing again. I watched the third, the third disc. I love that show. And it's good when you don't watch it for a while. But it's so weird because, as you know, the Pluto and Aquarius and everything, all the psychic astrologers and everybody. And this was close as far as man hating man in the United States of America. And they fought and they died. I was looking at the Shiloh, thousands and thousands of men dying, those terrible bullets that ripped their bones apart. And what really upset the South was that if you owned 20 slaves, you didn't have to sign up for the war. If you owned 20 slaves. So basically, there's guys who are saying, wish we could own 20 slaves, but we're too poor. So it was a poor man's war. And it really upset them. And a lot of people just didn't get in there and fight. And then Grant, the guy, Sherman was talking about Ulysses S. Grant. He said one thing about him, he just goes in and he does not get nervous. He does not care. I've heard that about him. He's always smoking the peyote. No, he's always smoking the cigar, but he just would focus and be so good at this. He was never afraid. He'd go in there. He liked it. He thrived off of it. So it was really something. I really enjoyed it. Plus, I listened to Ulysses S. Grant biographies, and there was a couple of generals in there that hated him and lied deliberately, saying he was a drunk. So we got a lot to talk about, you guys. Hats off to all the other psychic readers. I never saw Trump taking the oath, but I never saw him not getting it. I always saw Kamala at an inaugural ball, but then later I thought, was it California governor ball, or is she going to be in 2028? But now this cray person's in there. And oh my God, I'm getting some bits and pieces. I can't stand listening to him. But I'm getting bits and pieces, and he's talking about the military going after the Netherlands, I believe. They want to get Greenland. They think Trudeau wrote and said, "What are you, crazy?" They think they're going to get Canada. Somebody, oh, you guys were telling me about somebody in Canada says, "Yeah, sure, we'll take California, we'll take Washington and Oregon and give them free health care and blah, blah, blah. Sure, we'll take them." Yeah, this is not good. He's not going to get what he wants. I will tell you that much. Now, the Second Court of Appeals refused within 30 minutes of getting his, "Please don't convict me." They stopped him. Okay. But what we need to look at, because Trump is in trouble, not trouble, they want to just convict him, or he said he's not going to put him in jail. He's basically handing everything to him on a silver platter. But he's over there because once they say, "Okay, this is your punishment," slap his hand, "Don't do it again." But once they do it, he is a formal convicted person. So that's why he doesn't want to do it. Okay. So let's take a look at Judge Marchand and Donald Trump. Now, the Second Court of Appeal said no. I'm sure is he going to push it to the Supreme Court? He sits on it till the 20th. That's how they roll, Will Donald Trump be in front of, well, he doesn't even have to be there. He even told him, "You can just talk to me online." Is Donald Trump going to be having to face the music with Judge Marchand? I'm telling you, if he hadn't won president, he'd have put him in some sort of, home or something. And Trump filed a thing against Marchand, saying that he went overboard and he's using this for political purposes and he's doing this. And it's a bunch of hogwash. None of this stuff will stick. So barking at the moon, okay, and ending. So maybe Trump will be able to end it. Damn it. Here's back and forth, battle. This guy isn't going to last long. That I can tell you. Trump is not going to last long. Well, are you going to be able? It's not saying yes and it's not saying no. Okay, I need a direct answer from you. Are you going to be able, Judge Marchand, to finish off with Donald Trump? Yes or no? Give it to us straight. We're so used to bad news. Finish off. Judge Marchand might be on day 9. 3 of Wands, the demon on top of him. A lot of interaction taking place. Being stuck. Knight of Wands, the Sun, the truth will be told. Holding the ground. I think he might be able to do it. Maybe right before, on the hair of your chinny chin chin. I can't believe the Supreme Court was saying, nah, I almost feel them pushing it away. Will the Supreme Court, because he's going to the Supreme Court, push this away? I'm hearing yes. Because he's not doing anything terrible to him. It's just he doesn't want to be known as a convict. Supreme Court pushing this away. Yes or no? Yes or no? Supreme Court pushing this away. Look at that. The death card showed again. The ending. The Supreme Court has the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. They might come up with a conclusion that's fair. They might say, you know what, go ahead and listen to the judge and take your just desserts. I don't know. I'm not getting no, and I'm not getting 100% yes. Of course, we love that when that happens. Will Judge Marchand be able to take care of Trump on the 10th? Not on the 10th, but close to it. It just feels like it'll take a little while, maybe 8 days from now, but I feel like they'll be able to do it. Okay. Jack Smith. So we're already getting bits and pieces of the January 6th report that's out right now. Judge, if you can call her a judge, Aileen, she can't stop that one because she had nothing to do with that. She's only looking at the Mar-a-Lago one. It's only because 2 people are still in the process of being charged or whatever. Of course, she immediately said, no, I'm not a real judge, but I like to act like I am. Jack Smith, will his Mar-a-Lago information get out? Yes or no? Oh, you know what? Is it that Trump can't bring this particular thing in New York to the Supreme Court? I'm thinking he might not be able to do that. That's why I'm kind of like, what? It might be because it's a state issue. Supreme Court have nothing to do with it. That could be what I'm getting. Okay, so now tell me about Jack Smith's report. Will it get out in the open? Give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And poor Jimmy Carter's being. 7 of Pentacles. Break in your just rewards with magic. Be patient. And some sort of toasting of the cups. I was feeling when I heard that it was coming out or that he was attempting some sort of under the table leak. That's what I was getting. I would say yes. 10 of Cups, are you kidding? Justice will be served. Here's the King of Swords, which is Jack, and pieces of it coming out. Oh, hell yeah. Trump's going to pitch a fit. Trump's going to pitch a fit. He's going to say it was leaked. You think? Okay. I think it's pretty good. I know everybody was thinking now it'll get tied up, but I think there's a good possibility that at least the January 6th one is coming out. So apparently he made a speech and it was just full of ruckus and it was so sad. And he's, talking about taking over Greenland and Canada. And I'm going to tell you, it's much ado about nothing going nowhere. And he's thinking in terms of ka-ching, ka-ching. And he would love to be a little Putin and take properties that don't belong to him. But I see a lot of mothers and fathers saying, no, my children aren't going to go fight on your behalf, Bone Spurs. You wouldn't fight for us, so why should our children fight for you? I just see a lot of chaos with him even trying to start that. Maybe there's some people that would work on his behalf, but I see chaos. I would say even by February, March, there's all kinds of ruckus. And this guy has to be careful because I see a lot of people out of the United States wanting to take him down. They're kind of looking like he's an absolute whack job, like a little Napoleon, thinking that he could, rule the world. So Congress passed getting rid of illegals that have done uh, that have broke the law. That's what they're starting with. But I haven't heard anything about no break with the taxes. Okay, so I want to know about Junior going to Greenland. And he just got done complaining. All of Daddy's friends at Mar-a-Lago treat him really bad. They treat him like he's an idiot. You think? Well, if the shoe fits, tell me about Junior in Greenland. I don't know. Trump said he heard that there's some MAGAs in Greenland. This one guy said, "Yes, sir, we'd love for you to come out here and take over," blah blah. Well, apparently the guy is a felon. The one that said, "Yes, sir, we love." I see I see Don Jr. being stuff being thrown at him. It's not going to be a good trip for him at all. I see people like them not getting any sleep because people are rallying, saying, "Get the hell out of here." It's not going to be a good trip, you guys. We'll hear about it. It's almost like there's no drive there. They can't get anything done. Oops. I don't know why, but Bill Barr is coming heavy in my mind. I don't know if he's sick, something's going to happen, or he has something to say that's breathtaking. I feel Bill Barr. I feel Trump talking in circles. Trump sort of losing his mind. Let's look at his presidency. He's not going to be president for very long. And he'll do that just enough to kind of, everybody's like done with him when he goes. Remember, I told you the Republicans will be throwing tomatoes at him. Tell me about the presidency. And the Pentagon is investigating Elon, but they might not be able to get through as well as they'd like because Trump will be in office, but Elon's going down. The thing is that they're making enemies with people that, I don't know, it just feels like people are got their eye on them. He's going in like he's king for a day, and he has nothing. A lot of people are stabbing him in the back. Tell me about Trump. Maybe the reason I didn't ever really see him in office is because he's not really a president. He's a junior. He's only worried about money, and he's going to blow it up. I'm telling you guys, he's going to blow it up. He's got the tower. He's got the Empress, which can be Russia, beneath him. Russia's going down too. The world is upside down, so he's making enemies of everybody. Oh, I wonder if he doesn't want that to be a formal, he doesn't want to be a formal convicted person because that affects his ability to travel, even though he's the alleged president. Walking away, okay. There's people that love him, but it's not enough to satisfy him. He's standing at Justice door, you guys. He's about ready to pay. And you know what I even saw? I saw him doing these crazy things and demanding, and then I see enough people mad that he reverses it. He'll say, "Well, no, I didn't really, you heard me wrong. I didn't really mean that." So yeah, this is what I meant. And then he'll blame other people. like Elon. I'm telling you, he's gonna use him as a batting cage. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Um, definitely demand respect. You know, Jimmy Carter didn't like Hail to the Chief. He asked that that not be played. Till finally someone told him, hey, this is the tradition of the United States. You need to just go with it. But he felt uncomfortable with it. Do you think Trump is uncomfortable? Hell no, Trump wanted tanks and jets flying over for him on his behalf because he's so full of himself. It's like a child. So the interesting part is he can do damage, but he's very limited. He's on a short string. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm feeling it very strong. This isn't going to last. Don't want wishful thinking. I'm just telling you, he's not going to last because he's imploding and he's kind of losing his mind. So, and don't worry about the VP because what'll happen in 18 months is that Congress is going to go totally blue. And then good luck with that. They're not going to get what they want. They're not going to be able to push anything. They can do executive actions, but those don't last too long. Trump is going to find out real good that he can't reverse a lot of the things that Biden has done. Like, oh, yeah, well, he says we can't drill. I'm changing that. Apparently, there's a bunch of little mines involved, and he's not going to be able to complete it. But I don't want you guys to worry. We don't want to wish, I hate to say this, you guys, because you guys get mad at me. You don't want to wish harm on anyone. But this guy could care less about the United States of America, and he's about ready to find out. Because even though it was so bad in the Civil War, and, you know, boy, that South was all up in arms, and we're going to say, and then they let all the little people take care. So you think out here in the United States, we're going to let our boys and girls go off to war for this SOB? I don't think so. We're going to be packing and moving to Canada for sure. So I just wanted to get those out to you. I just want you to know for sure I feel that Judge Marchand will be able to get done what he wants to get done. Jack Smith, oh, the other thing I felt with Jack Smith is that we may have a leak. We may have a mole. That actually works in the DOJ. Like somebody could possibly leak the information we need to know. Oh, Trump will be spitting fire. Oh, he's going to be mad. But I saw us getting all the information. So, hello. Hello. All right, you guys. So this is a very short video, but I just wanted to say hi and give you some updates. And I'll be posting for anything you want to ask me coming up in the next couple of days. Cheers.